Quick set, Rebels block it, stuffed by McKenna Stacy.
Rebel volleyball is on.
Rebels get a good pass, set, left side, Peart hits, cross court, it's in there! It was deflected out of bounds, and the Rebels win 15-5.
After another appearance in the state title match last season, Coach Cindy Stewart and the Rebs hit the court again this year with title hopes and championship goals.
Hatch hits it down, and what a great angle for the kill and the win.
The trophy spent a year down south, but the Rebels hope to bring it back home at the end of October. Reloaded and ready to roll, the Rebels take the court with their eyes on the prize.
Rebels had 6 service aces in the first set.
Turn up the volume, Rebel fans, and join us for Rich Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau, by Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cash Honda Yamaha and Logan, mylocalradio.com, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Signs, and by Plains Tire.
It's cross court, it's in there, and the Rebels win 25-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard.
And now, Rebel volleyball fans, hang up your boots, crank up the volume, and get ready to roll as we head courtside to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Good morning and welcome to the Utah Valley University UCCU Center. We're in the semifinals of the state championship tournament, and this next match is the Rich Rebels versus the Monticello Buckaroos. These teams have met us a few times in the state semis and in the state championship, most recently just 2 years ago in the semifinals. We'll tell you more about that on our scene set. In the meantime, welcome to our Town of Randolph pregame show, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck for the mayor and board members of the Town of Randolph. And Rich High School. Rich and Monticello coming up in just a couple of minutes on this presentation of state volleyball from the UVU UCCU Center on live.ksl.com.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
We're back at Utah Valley University's UCCU Center. Ryan STEINECKERT here, and we welcome you tuned in if you're watching on live.ksl.com or watching live on mylocalradio.com, or maybe you're also tuned in on the radio, KADQ FM 98.3 in the southwest Wyoming and northeast Utah area. The Rebels and the Buckaroos come into this match to face off against each other. They last met 2 years ago in this same spot, the semifinals of the state championship tournament. Rebels won that one in 3 straight and went on to win the state championship with the victory over Penguich in 2016. Monticello got the win in 2013. 2014 in the 3rd and 4th place match, and also beat the Rebels in 2011 in the state championship. That was the last time the Buckaroos won the title. Rebels, though, 4-2 against Monticello going back to the 2005 season. Rich comes into this one with 2 wins at the state tournament, a win over Wayne, 3-0, and then a come-from-behind 3-2 win over Milford yesterday. And the Rebels are 12-16 overall this season. As for the Monticello Buckaroos, they had a good day yesterday. A solid, fairly dominant win over Escalante, 3-0, 27-5, 25-7, 25-10, and 25-11, and then followed that up with a very close win, but still a 3-0 sweep of the Valley Buffaloes, 25-20, 25-23, 26-24. That match was all it was kind of hyped up to be. The Buffaloes, Region 20's number 2 team, Monticello, Region 19's number 1, and it was maybe a little bit of a surprise to some folks to see that Valley didn't win any of those sets, but boy, you don't get much closer than that in sets 2 and 3, 25-23 and 26-24. Valley drops into consolation. Monticello's back in the semifinals to take on the Rich Rebels. And we had one semifinal match already take place this morning, and it was Panguitch with a dominant win over Intermountain Christian, Region 22's number 1 team. Panguitch, I believe the final scores were 25-9, 25-9, and 25-8. At least somewhere near that in that ballpark. And Panguitch with a dominant win. They're looking to repeat as state champs. This will be the 3rd year in a row that the Bobcats are in the state championship match. And they won the title last year over the Rich Rebels. Rich looking to get back to the state championship for the 3rd consecutive year, but they'll have to get through the Monticello Buckaroos if they want to get there. Now, incidentally, Rich and Monticello took on each other, faced off yesterday on the football field, and the Buckaroos won big 41-0 to move on to the semifinals on the football field. Now, other games yesterday, if you're paying attention to 1A football, the Milford Tigers got by Intermountain Christian. Not too much trouble there for Milford. And the Parowan Rams beat Altamont 27-0. One other football game in today's quarterfinals, or this weekend's quarterfinal games. Duchesne hosts Kanab. Semifinals are next week for the 1A football. Let's get back to volleyball. It's the Rebels and the Buckaroos. Rich and Monticello coming up in just a few minutes. We'll continue with our pregame coverage brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels, when we return on live.ksl.com. You're also tuned in to Rich Rebel Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Welcome back to Utah Valley University. The Rebels and the Buckaroos getting set to face off against each other in the semifinals of the state championship tournament. Looked, searched and searched, could not locate Coach Tony Esplin of the Buckaroos, but I did catch up with the Rebels coach Cindy Stewart, and we'll hear from her now. Ryan STEINECKERT with Cindy Stewart of the Rich Rebel volleyball team. Coach, you're in a familiar place back in the semifinals of the state tournament.
Yeah, it's fun to be here. Our goal was to win 2 yesterday, so that went well, and obviously when we were down 2-0 against, who did we play? Milford. That was a great comeback. You know, we got that win. So.
Tell me a little bit about the win over Wayne. Was that much of a contest?
It was, and it was kind of emotional because that coach hasn't been around for a while, and she used to be back in the day, and she's back, and so we have kind of a rival, and so. But no, they weren't very competitive, but it was a good match to get everybody in.
What made the difference between those first 2 sets against Milford that you lost, and it looked like one of them wasn't real competitive, but then you won sets 3, 4, and 5? What was the difference?
I think energy, chemistry. We changed our lineup a little bit. But serving really got it. Mackenzie and Allie and JC scored a ton of points.
Was there anything you said to the girls that got them motivated, got that energy up, or what happened?
I told them when we were 2 down that, girls, we're not losing this match, you know. We are not losing this match. And I think that really did go, I said, that's why we play 5. There's 3 more games. All we have to do is win the next 3 games. And so I think maybe I instilled a little confidence in them by saying, we're not losing this. So I don't know. Could be. Could not be.
We've seen a few times this year where you've gotten down and you come back, and that even happened in the 5th set, didn't it? You were down 5-1, I think, and roared back.
Yes, 5-1 in the 5th set, so that was kind of scary. But as soon as we get our servers really serves, you know, I think we only missed 5 serves or 4 serves a match, so that was really good for us, or a game. So our serving definitely saved us. Our passing wasn't on, but it got us just enough to get some swings. Amaya Trineri played. She got to go ahead and play back row, and she played outstanding defense. And McKinney hit the ball well. Sydney Hatch hit the ball well. So, yeah, we just had an overall kids stepped up in different places. And kids that don't normally play. Annie Peart came in and played great for us. And that's a freshman that didn't get to play much. Wasn't expecting to play, I'm sure. So it was fun.
What about Monticello? I mean, you play them, it seems like, about every year or every other year here at State, probably in the semifinals most of the time.
Yeah, it's a real rival. I can honestly say I didn't see them play. I don't know where I was or why I didn't. But it's really, at this point with us, it's not about what our opponent does. It's what we do. You know, we need to serve and pass game. We need to just pass enough. We don't have great attackers, so we have to pass enough to give us an opportunity and serve well.
I'm guessing the passing was good in sets 3, 4, and 5 against Milford, not so good in the first couple sets.
Yeah, better, but still our setters had to scramble. We got on some good blocks, you know, so it was just a real good positive energy, which helped a lot, you know, and I think the girls really, they weren't playing well at all, and I knew if they could play just their game, we could beat that team. So, and they had a little bit of a rival from Richfield tournament. We beat them one, and then they beat us one, and then they destroyed us the second time they played us, but we didn't have all our kids playing, so we get out there, and they just kicked our butts for two games, so I'm just glad they fought back.
Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is Rich County's representative. As a mother and grandmother of Rich High graduates and current students, and a longtime resident of Randolph, Rolene is familiar with your needs and will work to provide you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a new car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. We're a different kind of deal.
Play hard and go Rebels.
Right back to it. Cornea serves. The Rebels, or the Buckaroos, pass it back across. Rich digs it up, barely gets it over, and then the Buckaroos set it up and hit it long. And out. 9-3. Rebel lead is 6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Buckaroos with several hitting errors already in this one. Cornea serves. Not a good pass, but the Buckaroos keep it alive. And, a violation. 2 hits on that second touch. A double hit on the set, and Rich leads 10-3. Buckaroos came in as the number 2 ranked team in the state, and the Rebels taking it to Monticello early in this first set. Trineri passes. Cornea high and in the middle back row. Trineri misfires into the nylon. 10-4, Buckaroos within 6. Monticello beat Rich on the gridiron yesterday, 41-0. Buckaroos coming on strong these last few games. They beat Kanab last week and a very close loss against Milford 2 weeks ago. Rebels serve receive is an overpass. Easy up and happy birthday hit for Megan Black, the junior. Cracks it down, and the score 10-5. Buckaroos within 5. Megan Black, one of the tops on this Monticello team in kills. 3rd on the team, 143 coming into the tournament. Rebels get a good pass this time. Set it up in the middle. Hatch's hit is stuffed. Just a monster block by the Buckaroos front line middle blocker. 10-6. Monticello roaring back in. Rebels lead was as much as 10-3. It's a 3-0 run for Monticello, who just clears the net with the service. Rebels set it up, and Stacy hits. Dug, set, and hit in the middle. Hit is deflected by the Rebel block. Trineri passes high. Cornea high and outside. Stacy hits down the line, and the Buckaroos able to dig, set it up, hit, Rebel deflection, and dig. Cornea dump set to the back corner. Kept alive. Buckaroos set it and punch it across. Trineri, good pass up front. Cornea high and outside for Stacy again. Her hit blocked. Rebels push it back across. Good dig by the Buckaroos. They set it up, and a diving dig for Rich after Megan Black's hit. Set up, and the Buckaroos hit is blocked. They hit it again. Rebels dig. Long rally for these teams. Hatch to the back line. Buckaroos dig. Set up in the middle. Black to Cornea on the back line. Rebels set it up again in the middle. Hatch hits. Dug by the libero. Rihanna Shumway. The Buckaroos hit cross court just out of bounds. Over by the Rebel cheerleaders. And that 3-0 run comes to an end. Rebels back up by 5, 11-6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. First set. Shelby Burton serves for Rich. Set up, and Shumway slaps it a little bit low into the net. 12-6. Rich doubling up the Buckaroos in this first set. First set is brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Burton serves. Rebels with 2 Crawford Trough and Randolph service aces so far in this first set. Hit down the line. Wallenstein lunges out, digs it up. Trineri hits cross court long and out. 12-7. We've seen a couple of those misfires by the Buckaroos. That, I think, is the first one from the Rebels today. A hit long and a hitting error. Service by the Bucks. Burton sets high, and the Rebels hit again too long. Another hitting error, 2 in a row, and the Buckaroos are within 4, 12-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Megan Black, the junior middle blocker, serving for Monticello, and she misfires into the net. A service error gives Rich the 5-point lead back, 12-8. Into the game, Kendall Staple, the southpaw, a junior for this Rich Rebel team. Just one senior for the Rebels, Taya Peterson, mainly a back row specialist. Buckaroos get a nice service and a tap down into the corner. Nice attack, the touch kill. Makes it 13-9. Buckaroos back within 4. Monticello with the service. Rebels receive. That's Sage Tingy. Cornea high and outside, and Wallenstein punches it across. Decent dig. Touched across with 2 hands. Cornea high and up front. Tingy dump sets, and a nice dig by Monticello. Ready on their toes to get that. Big hit. Burton able to dig it up. Rebels don't control it well, but they looked like they were going to get it over. But that third touch didn't clear the net. 13-10. Monticello within 3. Rebels led by as much as 10-3, a 7-point lead earlier, but the Buckaroos have slowly climbed back in. Methodically climbed back in. Cornea high and in the middle. Trineri hits, deflected and dug. A quick back set, and what an angle by the Buckaroos outside or opposite side hitter. And it looks like that's Shaylee Bradford, the senior, with the kill to bring the Buckaroos within 2. Rebels take a timeout, and we'll keep it right here. Our broadcast today is brought to you in part by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. For all your rentals in the Bear Lake area, if you go to Bear Lake, whether it be in the summer, you're out on the lake, maybe in the winter or the fall, you're doing some hunting, whatever it may be, Bear Lake, in the Bear Lake area, Epic Recreation has all your rentals. Visit epicrecreation.net or find us on Facebook. Broadcast is also brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Visit pugstonesporting.com. Coming out of the timeout, Rebels had a 10-3 lead, but the Buckaroos have outscored Rich 8-3 since that point. And Monticello is climbing back in. Well, again, we welcome you if you're tuned in on live.ksl.com or mylocalradio.com if you're listening online there, or tuned in on the radio, KADQ FM 98.3 in the Northeast Utah area. Service by the Buckaroos. Rebels get a good pass. Cornea high and outside, and Wallenstein hits it. It's dug, pushed back, and then slapped across. Burton passes up front, but I missed what happened there. It's a Rebel point. Hasn't been placed on the scoreboard yet, but Rich has the service. Taya Peterson serves. Passed, set, and hit. Cornea there for the block, but it's blocked out of bounds. 14-12. Scoreboard says 13-12. Not sure if, oh, there we go, 14-12. They update that, and the Buckaroos have the serve. Monticello, through most of this season, has looked like 1A's number 2 team. Rebels have struggled this year. Didn't win region for the first time in about 30 years under Coach Cindy Stewart. Rebels set it up high and outside. Trineri hits. It's deflected, dug up over the net. Rich passes, sets, and hits from the middle, and a nice dig by the Buckaroos. Rebels leading by 2. Buckaroos hit it from high and outside. Rebels dig. Trineri hits, and a big cross-court punch. Amaya Trineri, second on the team in kills, and you can see why when she is on target. She's got some good power and a tough swing. Mackenzie Smith in to serve. Back around in the rotation. First set, Rich on top, 15-12. Smith serves, received and passed outside, but kept alive by the Buckaroos. Back line, Smith, good pass up to Cornea, high and outside. Stacy's hit, blocked, but in between the Bucks and the net, and it falls on Monticello's side. Rich up by 4 again, 16-12 in this first set. Our broadcast today is also brought to you in part by McKay Frankum Dental Services in Evanston, Wyoming. McKay Frankum, quality dental care for the entire family. 789-8910 is his number. Buckaroos set it up, hit it across. Rebels set it up, and the big hit by McKenna Stacy is dug up out of bounds and out of play. Bear Lake Realty kill for Stacy. Bear Lake Realty. For all your real estate in the Bear Lake area, visit bearlakerealty.com and work with the best. Smith with the service. Passed outside or toward the middle. Hit, and the Rebel deflection slows it down. Defense couldn't get underneath it after the block deflected it. 17-13. Buckaroos get the service back. And I believe this is Shaylee Bradford, the senior, back to serve from a fair distance away. I should have brought my binoculars to get some of these numbers. I apologize if I give wrong names or numbers during this broadcast. Rebels set it up and hit it from the outside. Bucks dig. They set it up. Rich blocks it back down the line. It was deflected as well by Presley Lewis, and Rich leads 18-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Allie Wallenstein to serve for Rich, attacking left to right. If you're watching online at live.ksl.com, Wallenstein with the service. Pass up front, dump set. Rich is there. They had 3 blockers right in the middle, but they were able to turn and get it. Rich sets and hits again. A Buckaroo, some kind of violation. I missed the indication from the official, but it's a Rebel point. and Rich leads 19-13. Wallenstein to serve again. And this may be an ace. It's passed to the up official. Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace, 20-13. Rebels with the lead. A timeout on the court. And we'll keep it right here. Normally during the regular season of Rich Rebel Volleyball, we have our camera brought to you by the Bear Lake Realty in Garden City. Bear Lake Realty fan cam, or Utah Valley University. Good number of fans here. That's one of the fun things I think about this tournament is with 4 courts going on at once, 1A, 2A. Right now we've got semifinals, we've got consolation matches happening, and a pretty good group of fans here. And you've got different fans looking and cheering on different teams on different courts. So it's a fun atmosphere here at Utah Valley University in the UCCU Center. Rebels on top 20-13. Rich came into this match, including 2 wins at the tournament, at 12-16 overall. Lost to Intermountain Christian twice this season in Region 22 play. Intermountain Christian, first team to win region over Rich in about 30 years under Coach Cindy Stewart. Buckaroos set it up, hit it. It's off the top of the net, skips to the back line. Rebels dig, set it up in the middle. Hatch hits, she's blocked. Dig by the Rebels, set it up, and from the back line, Rich hits. Not a good dig by the Buckaroos. It wasn't a super powerful hit, but the Bucks just didn't dig it well, and Rich gets the point. Oh, my mistake. The Buckaroos get the point. Make it 20-14, and Monticello has the service. Ellie Nielsen, the sophomore outside hitter, checks in to serve. Rebels get a good pass, set high and outside, and Stacy hits. Nice dig on the back line, but the set is too close to the net, and they can't hit it over on a third touch. 21-14, Rebels up by a touchdown. Rich to serve again, J.C. Cornea. Buckaroos up at front, Rebels block. Buckaroos keep it alive with a nice dig. Slap it across, Rich sets it up and hits it across. Buckaroos high and outside again, hit to the back line. Journey Baird with the kill. Rebels diving dig, unsuccessful. 21-15, Rich on top in set number 1. Semifinals, the winner takes on Panguitch for the state championship. The Bobcats swept Intermountain Christian in the match before this current match. Cornea sets in the middle, Hatch hits, deflected by the block, straight to the floor. Diving effort by Shumway, the libero, couldn't get underneath it. Rich with a Bear Lake Realty kill, and the Rebels are on top 22-15, 3 points away from a set 1 victory. Shelby Burton to the back line. Shumway with a good pass, set up in the back line and slapped across. Rich digs. Tingy in the middle for Hatch, hit, deflected, and a diving dig attempt again unsuccessful for the Buckaroos. Morgan Malloy, the junior, with a great hustle on the dive, but she couldn't get underneath it. Burton serves again for Rich, back line. Shumway passes, set up back line, slapped across. Cornea with the dig. Tingy in the middle. Hatch hits cross court, dug to the back bleachers, and the Buckaroos can't chase it down. Rich with a set point, 24-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard here in the semifinals, set number 1. Shelby Burton to serve again. Shelby, one of the better servers on this team as well. Shumway passes, set high and outside, and pushed across with 2 hands. Wallenstein, good pass up front. High and outside, Trineri tips it across. The touch attack wins set number 1 with a Bear Lake Realty kill. 25-15, Rich wins in the first set and leads 1-0 in this semifinal match. 25-15 the final in set number 1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We'll take a real quick break. Be back in 90 seconds on live.ksl.com. You're tuned in to Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Back after this.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
Rebels set to serve first in this second set after winning that first set 25-15. Rich attacks right to left from our view at the UCCU Center, Utah Valley University. We welcome you tuned in on live.ksl.com, and I want to thank all of our sponsors for making this match possible on the radio and online. Rebels serve. Mackenzie Smith, Buckaroos, set it up and hit from the middle, punched it over to the back line. Rebels dig, set it up in the middle. Wallenstein hits back corner, and a good pass by the Buckaroos on the dig. Set up, hit, and blocked by Rich. Epic Recreation block of the game. Buckaroos hit down the line. Rich deflects, dives, digs, but can't get it. And the Buckaroos have their first lead of the match, 1-0 here in set number 2. Buckaroos with the service. Journey Baird, Megan Black on the back line. Serving is Tristan Esplin, the senior. Rebels receive. Rich had 3 service aces in that first set. Buckaroos had none, just 1 service error. Rebels serve, receive, up and over. The hit goes up and out, and the Buckaroos lead 2-0. Esplin serves again. Trineri, high pass. Cornea high and outside. Stacy's hit blocked, and Rich digs. Tingy hits a double touch by the Rebels, and it's 3-0 Buckaroos. Not only have they taken their first lead of the match, but they're out to a 3-0 lead in set number 2. Kendall Staple with a good pass. Rebels set it up. Hit is blocked. Rich keeps it alive, and Wallenstein pushes from the back line. Passed up front, set high and outside, and the big hit cross court back line. It's in there by Presley Lewis, I believe. And the Buckaroos are out to a 4-0 lead after Rich took the first set 25-15. Set number 2, Esplin serves. Trineri passes. Cornea high and outside to Stacy. Her hit deflected, and it's clear to the back line. Passed up front, passed, and this third touch will get over but out of bounds. And Rich is on the board, trailing 4-1. Our second set is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Saby and council members, along with Secretary Lisa Bell, proud to support the Rebels on the Wildlife. KADQ 98.3. Buckaroos hit. Rebels let it go at the last second from this angle. That looked in, but the line judge right on top of it. That was just feet away from him. He had a good angle, and he calls it in. So Rebels get the point on the hitting error from Monticello. Allie Wallenstein serves. Not a good serve receive, but the Bucks keep it alive and pass back line. Wallenstein's pass up front. Cornea with a dump set. It's passed up high at the net. Rebels dig, but up into the net, and they can't keep it alive for a third touch. 5-3. Monticello leads, and I may have given Rich an extra point. I did. 5-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Buckaroos with the service. Rebels receive, a high pass. Cornea high and outside for Stacy. Hits, and Bradford with the dig. Nice dig by Shaley. Hit back line, Rebels dig, but they can't keep it alive. They hit it to their teammates on the bench. 6-2, Monticello leads in this second set. Again, the Rebels took the first set, 25-15. Bradford serves again. Rebels receive, get a good pass. Cornea high and outside. Stacy hits down the line. It's deflected out of bounds. Point to the Rebels. And a Bear Lake Realty kill brings the Rebels within 3, 6-3. JC Cornea back to serve for Rich. Rebels attacking right to left. If you're tuned in on live.ksl.com or on mylocalradio.com, listening in. Buckaroos hit, the Rebels dive, and the diving effort by McKenna Stacy. She can't avoid crossing the line under the net. Buckaroos earn the point and lead 7-3. Presley Lewis to serve, the junior outside hitter. Delivers. Rebels, Allie Wallenstein receives. Set up and hit. Blocked. This Monticello block has been very effective, especially here in this second set. Rebels can't get a third touch on it, and Monticello leads 8-3 in set number 2. Service long, a service error by Lewis. Second of the match for the Buckaroos, and Rich is within 4, 8-4. Shelby Burton back to serve for the Rebels. Bradford receives, good pass, quick back set, hit and dropped in front of the Rebel defense. Whitney Knudsen with the kill. 9-4, Buckaroos lead. Morgan Malloy, the junior. Opposite side hitter and setter. Rebel serve receive is into the net. We'll call that a service ace for the Buckaroos, as the Rebels couldn't get a good touch on it on a second touch. Kendall Staple checks in on the back line to try and help the Rebels get a good pass here. It's a serve receive game, and the Buckaroos winning on the serve, Rebels losing on the serve receive, and there's just another service ace. Rebels thought that would be out, and somehow that ball just dropped in. 11-4, Buckaroos with the lead. Malloy, another serve. Staple, good pass. Cornea high and outside, and Trineri loops it over the top. Malloy digs, they set it up and hit. Rebel block is there, but it finds the floor on Rich's side. 12-4. Buckaroos running away with this second set. I gotta imagine Coach Stewart will take a timeout. She does. We'll take one as well and be right back on live.ksl.com.
Ever since 1871, when Joseph C. Rich surveyed the town site, the town of Woodruff has been a thriving ranching community. Settlers were attracted by the broad valley and green grasses, the mountain trout in the streams, the elk and deer herds in abundance, and the neighbors were friendly. That's how people still are today. Visit Woodruff, and you too will experience that friendliness. It's everywhere. It's the town of Woodruff, Utah, where we're proud of our rich rebels.
Welcome back on 98.3 FM KADQ in the Evanston area, Evanston, Wyoming, and south or northeast Utah area. Also on mylocalradio.com and live.ksl.com. A quick timeout for the Rebels. Looked to be like a Coach Cindy Stewart saying, girls, pull it together. Rebels trail 12-4. Buckaroos have opened up a big lead in this second set, and the Rebels do pull it together. Set it up high and outside, and Trineri crushes it to the back line. A Bear Lake Realty kill brings the Rebels within 7. Kendall Staple to serve for Rich. Rebels took the first set 25-15, but the Buckaroos a 7-point lead in the second set. Staple, the southpaw, serves. Buckaroos get a good pass, set it up, hit back line, diving dig by McKenna Stacy. Rebels hit it across, and a nice pass up high, push across back corner. Cornea passes, Rebels set it up in the middle. Wallenstein hits, and it's dug up by Lewis. Pass up front, Lewis pushes across with 2 hands. Rebels set it up and go high and outside, and Trineri with another big hit. This one dug up over to court number 1 and down into the hallway underneath the bleachers. Some good power on that hit by Trineri. Staple serves again, and a serve receive is shanked off to the Monticello bench. Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace. The Rebels are within 5, 12-7. Staple serves. Again, back line. Bradford passes. It's way outside, but kept alive and passed over. Back line. Stacy passes up front. Cornea in the middle. Wallenstein hits. Good dig by the Buckaroos. Quick back set. Touched over the top by Black. Rebels dig and set it up. Buckaroos are there. They pass and push it over, and the Rebels dive to dig. Brookstone Sporting Goods dig of the game. Rebels slap it across. Buckaroos set it up, hit, blocked, right back to the Bucks. They hit it again. Rich sets into the middle. Wallenstein's hit. What a dig by Tristan Esplin to keep that one alive, but then the Buckaroos hit it into the net on the attack. 12-8, Rich within 4. Had several long rallies in that first set, and a couple here already in the second set. Serve, receive, tip to the beyond the back line by the libero, Rihanna Shumway. Another service ace for Kendall Staple. And Rich is within 3. A 5-0 run for the Rebels. See if they can keep that going. The ball comes into the court, and we'll redo this one. 12-9, the score remains as a ball from another court made its way into the Rebels court. And they are on the Buckaroo side. Service is serve receive up under the net. Rebels got a block, or was it 4 hits? No, it just Buckaroos couldn't quite get it over. And Rich is within 2. Buckaroos were up as much as 12-4. It's an 8-0 Rebel run, or a 6-0 Rebel run rather. Set high and outside. Rebels dig. So the hit got past the block. Set in the middle. Wallenstein's hit stuffed. Big block by the junior Megan Black, a junior blocker. She says, no, sir, no, ma'am, not in this place, not in my house. Black with the stuff. And Black serves, but serves short into the net. Rebels back to within 2. Second service error of the set for the Buckaroos. Again, they led by as much as 12-4, but Rich went on a 6-0 run to get to within 2, 12-10. It's now 13-11 as teams exchanged points. Taya Peterson, the lone senior for this Rebel team, to serve for Rich. Attacking right to left. Serve received by Bradford. They set it up, a back set. Hit cross court by Baird, and the Rebels dig. Rich sets it up and hits cross court. Too long and out. 14-11. Buckaroos back up by 3. Monticello with the service. At the state tournament semifinal match, Panguitch dispatched ICS in 3 quick sets. 25-9, 25-9, and 25-8, I believe, were the scores in that Panguitch victory. So they await the winner of this match between Rich and Monticello. Rebels took the first set 25-15. Buckaroos lead 13-11 in set number 2. 25-9, 25-9, 25-8 was indeed the score in that Panguitch win over ICS. Service by the Buckaroos. Rebels dig, set it up in the middle. Wallenstein's hit deflected by the block up in the air and down in front of the up official. Finds the floor for a Bear Lake Realty kill. And the Rebels are back to within 2. Mackenzie Smith checks back into service. Mackenzie, a freshman this year. Didn't play the first set of the season for Rich, but has shown her value as a server. One of the top ace getters on the team. Set up for Bradford. Her hit is blocked. It's dug up over and out, and the Rebels are within 1, 14-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich again took the first set and leads 1-0. We're in set number 2. Serve receive, dug up, passed over the net, out of bounds again, and we're tied at 14. Buckaroos had led through the entirety of this second set until just now. They took a 1-0 lead, and we're tied at 14. Another quick timeout on live.ksl.com. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
It's fun helping each customer find the best vehicle for their needs. I'm Tracy Lawley, and I've worked with my brother Kirk for 23 years. Back in 1969, my grandfather Donnell Jensen sold a customer this 1969 Dodge Charger. Years later, I had the opportunity to sell that same customer a new Dodge truck. And we continue to have the opportunity to serve his children and grandchildren. If you're buying a car from someone who isn't having fun, you should definitely come see me before you sign on the dotted line.
Welcome back to Utah Valley University. We're in Orem in the semifinals of the state championship volleyball tournament. Rebels and the Buckaroos, Rich and Monticello, tied up at 14 in set 2 after the Rebels took the first set. Rebels serve, Buckaroos push it across on the attack. Rich digs, high and outside. Eliana Brown setting for the Rebels in this second set. Hit by the Buckaroos to the back corner, it's in there. What a spot by the Monticello killer. And Monticello retakes the lead, 15-14. Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Service for Monticello to the back line, and the Rebels at the last second decided to try and play it. Did not play it well. A service ace for the Buckaroos. Tristan Esplin, I believe, is the server. Again, these teams quite a fair distance away from me. It's tough to see some numbers at times, especially with ponytails blocking the view. Esplin sets, hit, blocked by the Rebels and dug up under the net, 17-14. Rich was down 12-4. They went on a 10-2 run, but the Buckaroos have scored 3 straight and lead by 3, 17-14. Burton with a good pass. Brown high and outside. Stacy's hit, blocked high in the air. Stacy keeps it alive with a pass. Set up again. McKenna touches it to the middle this time. Esplin with the dig. Set up in the middle. Bradford with the hit, and the Rebels deflect and dig. Slap it over. Quick back set. Touch down the line. Staple with the dig. Set high and outside. Stacy hits hard to the back line. Dug to the side, to the far side from where we're sitting, and the Rebels get a Bear Lake Realty kill. That little 3-0 run for the Buckaroos has them on top by 2 at this point. Allie Wallentine to serve for Rich. A little skipping jump serve. Buckaroos getting a nice dig, set it up and touch it across. Nice dig by Rich, set, and Hatch hits. It's dug and passed outside, passed over the net. Good job by the Buckaroos to keep that one in the air. Brown high and outside for Stacy, hit to the back line, deflected and then dug by Black. Set high and outside. Rebels deflect it, the block deflects it and drops it to the ground. 18-15. Buckaroos back up by 3. And Shaylee Bradford rotates around to serve for Monticello. Bradford with the right hand, back line. Rebels dig. Pass up front. They set and slap it across. Not a strong attack, but Buckaroos able to dig. They set it up, hit it down the line, and Presley Lewis, I believe, was the one with the kill. 19-15. Buckaroos have refound what they did through the first third of this second set. Bradford serves. Stacy passes. The Rebels set it up, and a big hit by Sydney Hatch off the block to the floor. A Bear Lake Realty kill. The Rebels back within 3. Rich to serve. Eliana Brown will check out as we come around in the rotation. J.C. Cornea back in. Cornea with, I think, 14 service aces coming into this match, or into this state tournament. Buckaroos get a good pass, set it up, hit down the line. Burton digs. High and outside. Stacy with the hit, dug up and passed over the net, but the Rebels hit it right back down, and the Buckaroos can't keep it alive. Rich within 2. Great diving effort with one hand by the Buckaroos. I believe it was Lewis, but they couldn't keep it alive. May have been Bradford. Bradford sets high and outside, and the Buckaroos pass it across with 2 hands. Rich high and outside. Stacy hits back line. Good dig by Bradford. Set high and outside. Big hit. Lewis. Rebels dig into the middle. Hatch pushes it to the back corner. Shumway digs. Set and hit to the back line. Dug by Wallentine. Set on the before Wallentine on the back line. Bradford digs a happy birthday overpass. Rich hits it, but it's stuffed. The Buckaroo block. Big right there in the middle. And Monticello up by 3. Second set, Rich took the first, 25-15. Buckaroos lead 20-17 in set number 2. Burton passes, good pass. Cornea hardly had to move. Rebels hit is blocked. Big stuff by the Buckaroos again. Rich goes high and outside. Stacy hits to the back corner. Buckaroos scramble a bit and do not get it over. They had 2 players there, but they kind of collided with each other and then misfired on the third touch and didn't clear the net. 20-18, Rich within 2. And Amaya Trineri checks in on the front line for the Rebels. Tingy and Hatch also up front. Serve receive is up at the net. Buckaroos can't control it. It hit the net, bounced back. They got a touch on it, but it went under the net, and Rich is within one. Shelby Burton to serve for the Rebels. Burton 4th on this team in service aces this season, and she serves again. Set high and outside, hit long. The Rebels wanted to play it, pulled hands away at the last second, and we're tied at 20. Second set. Buckaroos have not trailed in this second set. They took a 1-0 lead. Rebels have tied it a couple of times. Buckaroos pass it high over. Might have been close had Wallentine let it go. She does not take that risk, plays it. Rebels slap it across. Buckaroos set high and outside. Hit back line. Wallentine digs. Burton passes high, and Rich will pass it up over the head and over the net. Set high and outside. Stuffed by the Rebels, but out of bounds. And the Buckaroos retake the lead, and the fact still remains. The Buckaroos have not trailed in this second set. Rich took the first set, 25-15. Monticello leads 21-20 in set number 2. Rich needing a good pass here. The Buckaroos looking for maybe a service ace. And neither happens. Not an ace, not a great pass. The Rebels set it up, and Staple hits it across. High and outside for the Buckaroos. Rebels dig it up over the net. Monticello sets it up again. The hit is deflected by the block. Pancake dig effort, not in time. 22-20. Buckaroos lead by 2, and the Rebels take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well and be right back on live.ksl.com. And you're tuned in to Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
If you've struggled to get a vehicle because of some bumps in your credit, then come to the all-new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group. We have over 20 different lenders ready to help you reestablish your credit with a quality new or pre-owned vehicle. Good credit, bad credit, bankruptcy? Let the new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group try to help you. Call our credit hotline today and ask for Jeff or Dave to get pre-approved for your next vehicle. Call 307-789-3151 today. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven.
Rich Rebels and the Monticello Buckaroos in the state semifinals. Rich took the first set 25-15. The Buckaroos have not trailed in set number 2. We've been tied at 14-20. Buckaroos had a 12-4 lead, but the Rebels roared back, tied it at 12, as I mentioned, at 14, then tied it again at 20. But Monticello with 2 straight points leads 22-20. Buckaroos have the service, and it's into the net. Morgan Malloy misfires, and a service error brings the Rebels back to within 1. A 3rd service error of the set for Monticello. Kendall Staple lined up to serve for the Rich Rebels, trailing by 1. Staple serves, back line. Bradford passes high and outside. The Buckaroos go. Rich digs up near the net. Cornea passes. Wallentine hits, and it's dug up out of bounds. We're tied again at 22. 3rd tie of this second set. Rich looking to go up 2-0. And another timeout on the court. We'll keep it right here. It's the Buckaroos taking a timeout this time. Again, Monticello has not trailed in this second set. They did not have a lead, and the only tie was at 2-2 in the first set. Monticello came in as the second-ranked team in the state. They had a good day yesterday, beating Escalante 3-0. and beating Valley in 3 straight. And boy, frankly, just looking at teams, and I hadn't seen Monticello or Valley play this year, but looking at how they'd competed against other teams, I expected a barn burner match yesterday between Valley and Monticello. And while it was 3 very close sets, including 25-23, 26-24 in the second set, Monticello with the 3-set sweep to get into the semifinal match. Rebels had to come from behind, lost the first 2 sets against Milford yesterday, and then won sets 3, 4, and 5. Kendall Staples serves. We're tied at 22 in the second set. Set up in the middle, hit, back line, in there. What a spot for the Buckaroos on the kill. And I believe it was Megan Black putting the Buckaroos back on top, 23-22. McKenna Stacy checks back in on the back line for Rich, and the Rebels serve receive. Cornea passes high, back line. Wallentine hits down the far sideline. Buckaroos set it up, hit, Rebels dig, no, couldn't control it. And the Buckaroos have set point 24-22, and Megan Black is serving. Black with the right hand from straight in the middle of the court, straight across. Rebels don't get a great pass, but they keep it alive and pass it over. Passed up front, Buckaroos high and outside. The hit, just a touch attack. Rebels dig and set it up, hit back court. Dug, passed, and a ball from another court must have come in to the Buckaroos and Rebels court. They'll stop play and restart the service. Black, back line, passed up front, out of bounds by the Rebels. They can't control it, and the Buckaroos win on an ace. 25-22 in set number 2. We're tied at 1 game apiece. Stay tuned. We'll have set 3 coming up when we return on live.ksl.com. His second set has been brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Sabey, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Back in Orem at the UVU UCCU Center. A shout out to a fan listening from across the pond, Lee Anthony Beat. Tuned in. And thanks for tuning in, Lee. Rebels took the first set 25-15. The Buckaroos took set 2 25-22. They did not trail in the second set. Rebels tied it a few times at 14, 20, and 22, but the Buckaroos scored the final 3 points to win. Rich had 3 service aces, no errors in that second set. The Buckaroos had 1, 2, 3 errors and 1, 2, 3, 4 service aces. And that's one definite improvement that Monticello made from set 1 to set 2. They did not have a service ace in the first set, 4 aces in the second set. Certainly was a difference. Rebels took the first 25-15. Buckaroos took set 2 25-22. We're tied at 1 set apiece. The winner will face the defending state champ Panguitch Bobcats. They defeated ICS today in 3 straight, 25-9, 25-9, and 25-8. The loser of this match will take on ICS. Rebels serve, receive, and the beginning serve of each set is brought to you by the station in Randolph. Rich gets off a good hit, but a nice dig by the Buckaroos. They cannot control it, though, and the third touch by Journey Baird doesn't clear the net. Rich on top, 1-0. It's a small sample size, but the team that's taken the lead to start each set has won that set. Rebels took a 1-0 lead in the first. Buckaroos took a 1-0 lead in the second. And that's how those sets went. Rebels won the first, Buckaroos won the second. Mackenzie Smith with the service for Rich, and a serve received passed up front and just tipped over. Good quick hands by the Buckaroos to keep that alive. Rich high and outside hits, Bucks dig. They set it up high and outside, and the Rebels dig with an overpass. Mackenzie Smith keeps it alive. Buckaroos hit, Rich again a lunging dig. Wallentine hits, it's dug up, passed by with one hand, and the Buckaroos again keep it alive. Cornea high and outside. Stacy's hit long and out. And the Buckaroos tie it at 1. What an effort by the Buckaroos, including a couple of lunging digs with one hand. Set number 3, we're tied at a game apiece. Serve receive, no, under the net. Bucks with the Service ace. Service by Shaylee Bradford. At least that one was, it just dropped. A looping serve, and that one dropped in short. Rebels couldn't dive underneath it. Rich sets it up, and Wallentine misfires. 3-1, Buckaroos lead in set number 3. They took a 4-0 lead in the second set and went on to win 25-22. We're tied at a game apiece in the third set. Serve received by by Trineri. Rebels set it up, and Wallentine hits to the back corner. Passed outside, kept alive, and slapped to the back line, just out by the Buckaroos. Monticello's lead is 3-2. That's what I've got. The scoreboard says 2-2. I may be incorrect. Allie Wallentine to serve for Rich. And she serves into the net. First service error of the match for the Rich Rebels. And that has been an issue this season. Not today, and they controlled it pretty well yesterday, but they've had as many as 25 service errors at times in matches this season. Buckaroos with another big block on the Rebel attack. I've got Monticello leading 5-2. Rebel fans probably like 4-2 deficit better. Just keep an eye on that and see if things, if a point is added or what happens. I probably took things down wrong. That's probably the actual issue. Rebels set it up. Hatch hits. It's deflected and hit to the back wall, or the back wall of bleachers. Rebels within 1. We'll go with the score that you see on the scoreboard for now unless things change. J.C. Cornea serving. Buckaroos dig, set it up in the middle. Rebel block is there for the deflection. Trineri digs. She's set up on the back line and slaps it across. Good pass up front, high and outside. Buckaroos hit. Rich digs after the block. Set up, and Hatch slaps it down, but Buckaroos are there. They'll punch it across from the high and outside spot. Cornea high and in the middle. Hatch slaps to the back corner, out of bounds. Just wide. It wasn't too long, but it was wide and out. 5-3, Buckaroos lead and have the service. Running jump serve by the libero, Morgan Malloy with the ace. And for Malloy, she came in third on the team in aces. And puts the Buckaroos up 6-3. Malloy serves again. Rebels get underneath it this time. Burton with a good pass. Set high and outside. Stacy hits. Malloy digs. Passed up front. Set high and outside. Hit too long by Journey Baird. 6-4 early on in set number 3. Tied at 1 game apiece. Rich took the first. Buckaroos took the second. Shelby Burton serves long. Buckaroos let that one go. Easy eye there. And Rich with a second service error of the set after no service errors in the first 2 sets combined. 7-4, Buckaroos on top. Service, Burton receives. Passed by Cornea. Rich slaps from the back line. Easy dig for the Buckaroos. They set high and outside and slap it over. Rich is there, set in the middle. Hatch pushes two-handed touch attack. Buckaroos dig, set it up high and outside. Baird with the hit. Rich deflects, blocks, sets, and hits Ramaya Trineri. High and outside again for Baird. Her hit is into the net, and the Rebels get the point. 7-5, Rich within 2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard from the UCCU Center. Kendall Staple will check in, and the lefty will deliver the service for Rich. Again, trailing by 2. We're tied at 1 set apiece in set number 3. Staple winds up and delivers. Pass goes outside, out of bounds, but the Buckaroos able to keep it alive and slap it over. High and in the middle, Wallentine hits for the back corner. Diving dig by the Bucks. They set it up high and opposite, right side. Rebels barely able to dig it and keep it alive. Push to the back corner. Buckaroos, good dig. Pass up front, set to the middle, hit to the back line. Rich is there. Wallentine's hit blocked. Trineri digs. It's out of bounds, but Rich keeps it alive, and Trineri slaps it into the middle of the Buckaroo defense. High and outside. Baird down the line. Rich hits, keeps it alive for the moment, but can't get it over the net. Buckaroos get the point and lead 8-5. I got off on a point somewhere early on. I've got that it should be Monticello 9-5. We'll continue to give you the score you see on your scoreboard. A service error into the net by Monticello. Brings Rich back to within 2, 8-6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Taya Peterson checks in. She's tops on this team coming into the tournament. She and Allie Wallenstein, 42 aces on the season, and Peterson serves long. Rebels had not served an error in the match through the first 2 sets. In set 3, 3 service errors for the Rebels. Coach Stewart compares it sometimes to shooting free throws. It's all in the head. It's a mental focus thing. Rebels tap it across with 2 hands. Buckaroos high and back set. Rebels tap it back across. Buckaroos with the hit, and they knock it down. 10-6, Monticello on top in set number 3. Serve. Tingy receives an overpass. Cornea is there. It's tipped back to Rich. Wallenstein slaps in. The Buckaroos keep it alive. Again, high at the net. Good play by both teams to stay off the net, but get touches on the ball. Buckaroos to the Rebels. Rich sets it up. Terneri hits into the middle, and the Buckaroos keep it alive. A diving dig by Burton. Cornea taps it across on a dump set. High and outside. Buckaroos go. Hit down the line and deflected out of bounds off the Rebels. 11-6. Monticello building a lead. Rich was within 2 at 8-6, but a 3-0 run by Monticello. Service. Staple receives with an overpass. Buckaroos set it up again. Rebels block it this time. An epic recreation block of the game by Allie Wallenstein. Brings the Rebels back to within 4 and stops the bleeding for the time being. Mackenzie Smith in to serve, and the Rebels in this rotation look for a few extra points or a few points in a row. Smith to the back line. Good pass by the Buckaroos. They set it up and hit Lewis into the net. Hit it short. May have been Naomi Mance. I'm having a hard time seeing between a 1 and a 7 on these Buckaroo numbers. 12-8. Make it 11-8, excuse me. Set up in the middle, tapped, and the Rebels can't get the block on. Good touch attack by Shaylee Bradford, who now goes back to serve. Buckaroos up by 4. Cornea high and outside. Stacy hits back line. Bradford passes up right at the net. Nice touch by the Buckaroos to keep that one alive. They hit it. Oh, but a violation on the Buckaroos. Rebels get the point. Allie Wallenstein to serve again for Rich, trailing 12-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Sydney Hatch back in on the front line for Rich. Wallenstein serves, back row. Pass up front, set high and outside, hit down to the back line, and it's out. Rebels let it go. Not sure if they let it go because of the power or because they thought it would be out. Either way, there were a lot of heads turned to watch, and Rich catches a break as it goes long on a hitting error. Rich taps it right back. Buckaroos set it up high, opposite side, tap it over. Rich digs. Terneri will slap from the back line, deflected by the block and passed up front, high and outside. Buckaroos tap it over. Cornea digs to the Rebel bench. Coach Stewart popped up off her seat and got out of the way in case a Rebel could get there. None could. 13-10, Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Timeout on the court for the Rich Rebels. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Tied at 1 set apiece in set number 3 on live.ksl.com. We'll be right back. More Rich Rebel volleyball coming up on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com right after this.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Back at the Utah Valley University UCCU Center, Rich won the first set 25-15. Buckaroos bounced back and took the second set 25-22. Monticello leads in set number 3, 13-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We welcome you if you're tuned in on live.ksl.com or mylocalradio.com or tuning in to listen on 98.3 FM KADQ in the Evanston, Wyoming and Rich County area. Serve received by the Rebels, shanked off to the side, 14-10. Buckaroos had no service aces in the first set. They had 4 in the second. They've got 3 here in the third, and they lead 14-10. Whistle stalls play for just a moment. Monticello with the service. Burton passes. Cornea has to go a long way to get there. Passes, and Rich passes it over the net. Buckaroos get a pass out as a set, and they pass it over, or hit it over. Rebel hit is blocked. Rich sets it up again. Stacy just taps it across and somehow finds the court, the floor. Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna Stacy. She was moving to her left. Pretty good athlete. She'll start for the Rebel varsity basketball team as a sophomore this year. Started a lot of the season last year as a freshman. Rebels diving dig to keep it alive. Puckstone Sporting Goods dig of the game. Good hit by the Buckaroos. They set it up again and slap it across. Journey Baird with the attack. Rebels high and in the middle. Hatch, good strong swing, but the Buckaroos block and dig. And then the Buckaroos set it up, and Baird hits down the line. Rebels can't dig it up. 15-11. 14-12. That must have been hit out of bounds. Rebels with the service, trailing by 2. Back set, quick touch. Rebels block, but a Rebel is in the net, and the Buckaroos get the point. 15-12. Monticello on top. Buckaroos with the service. Attacking right to left. Buckaroos wearing the white shirts. Rebels in black and blue, mostly black. Service, back line in there. At 4th service ace of the set. And Monticello leads 16-12. Morgan Malloy has been very good with the service today. She came in as the 3rd leader on the team in service aces. And she's improved on that number just in this match against Rich. Shelby Burton with a diving dig, overpass. Quick. Happy birthday, Megan Black cracks it down. 17-12. Buckaroos push the lead to 5. Rebels have trailed for almost all of this 3rd set. They took a 1-0 lead, but the Buckaroos quickly jumped on top 2-1 and have not looked back. Here's another service ace. Rich has got to find their serve receive. After the Rebels did not allow a service ace and won the first set 25-15, they've struggled in the serve receive since then. Buckaroos with 4 aces in the 2nd set, 5 aces here in the 3rd set. 18-12, Monticello on top. Down the line, good pass up front this time by Tingy. Rebels set it up and hit to the back line, and it's dug up under the net. Rebels get the point, 18-13. Buckaroos still on top. Tied at 1 set apiece in game number 3. Shelby Burton serving. Serves long. Ooh, the Buckaroos play it. Would have been close if they'd let it go. They slap it across and drops in front of Annie Peart, so the freshman who just checked in for Rich, trying to get some better defense on the back line. Coach Stewart going with the freshman Annie Peart, who has not played a ton of varsity volleyball this season, but the time that she's been on the court, she's been solid. Service by the Buckaroos, just clears the net. Burton passes, Cornea high and outside. Trineri hits it hard, and it's dug up over the net. 6 Rebels standing there, watch it drop. 1 dove to try and get to it, but it was too late. Rich playing a little flat-footed, and Coach Stewart maybe wants to tell her team, we better pick it up or we're going to lose this 3rd set. Our 3rd set is brought to you by Rich County, Rebels with a championship cause. We'll take a quick T7 Propane and Woodruff timeout and be right back on the live.ksl.com. Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Many of our customers have trusted Jensen Wood Motors for generations. It's important to all of us here at the dealership we always work for the people. My grandpa was a man of his word, and he passed that tradition on to us. We understand that we're here to serve our customers, and every day we try and do that to the best of our ability. We really appreciate each customer, and we want to make sure that they feel that when they're doing business with us.
Jensen Wood Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Montpelier, Idaho.
Coach Stewart with a quick timeout for the Rich Rebels. Rich was within 2 at 14-12. Buckaroos have gone on a 6-1 run since that point, and some of that is Rich just not on their toes, not making a good effort. Overpass on a serve receive works out to the Rebels' favor as the Buckaroos couldn't control it. But one of the Rebels must have been into the net, and Monticello gets the point regardless. 21-14. 2015 scoreboard confused with what's happening on the court as well. And we get it squared away. I'll put one point back up there for Rich. They took one away from the Rebels. It's 21-13, should be 21-14. We'll see if maybe I'm wrong again. Rebels pass it toward the middle. Staple pushes it toward the back corner. Buckaroos, good pass, good set, and the hit deflected and dug up. Staple hits again with the left hand. Dug by the Buckaroos, but a Buckaroo is in the net. 21-15 should be the score. We'll see if they were trying to, they got things misfired on the scoreboard, and then when they re-corrected it, they took a point away from the Rebels. Kendall Staple serves long. A fourth service error of the set by the Rebels makes it 22-14. Service by the Buckaroos. Rebels receive. Cornea high and in the middle. Walentine's hit, blocked, dug up into the net, and Rich gets the point. Should be 22-16 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We'll see if they get that extra point back to the Rebels that was taken away a minute ago. Taya Peterson to serve for the Rich Rebels. Good serve receive. Set, hit into the down the line. Rebels able to dig. Then Walentine going back, hits it into the net, too short. 23-15. Buckaroos with the lead in set number 3. Rebels took the first, 25-15, but it's been the Bucks since then. They took the second set and lead in set 3. Rebels serve, receive, set it up, and Trineri, flat-footed, hits into the net. 24-15 set point for the Monticello Buckaroos in set 3. We'll have a set 4 no matter what. Rebels receive. Good pass by Staple. Cornea high and in the middle. Walentine hits, back corner too long. It's out. Buckaroos win. I think 24-15 or 25-15 will be the score in the scorebooks on this one. Buckaroos with the victory in set number 3. A fourth set coming up when we return on live.ksl.com. This third set has been brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
Back at Utah Valley University, where the Rebels took the first set 25-15, but Monticello with wins of 25-22 and 25-15 in sets 2 and 3. And one big difference from that first set to the second and third sets is the serving. In the first set, Monticello had no aces and 1 service error. Rebels had no errors and 3 aces. In sets 2 and 3 combined, the Buckaroos have 9 aces and the Rebels have 4 errors on the service. And especially in that third set, Rebels with no aces and 4 errors. And Coach Cindy Stewart, throughout her coaching career, is one of the winningest volleyball coaches in the state of Utah ever. Only Liz Wiscombe at Morgan currently has more state championships than Cindy Stewart, and the two are right up there in total wins in volleyball. But throughout Coach Stewart's coaching career, one of her emphases, not sure, one of her main points of emphasis has been to use that serve as an attack. And especially, she's been, a lot of 1A teams deal with this kind of situation. Don't have a lot of height, so the block can't be a big thing that you go for. You're going to get some points on the high and outside, the hits. But if you can use that first touch, that service, as an attack, you're going to go a long ways. It's worked well for the Rebels. Here's the beginning serve brought to you by the station in Randolph. Rebels, Mackenzie Smith serves. Buckaroos get a good set, hit long, and Rich leads 1-0. To start off set number 4. Buckaroos trying to close this one out in 4 sets. The Rebels look to force a 5th set. Buckaroos lead 2-1. Mackenzie Smith with the service down the line from the right side. That's the far side from our view here at live.ksl.com. Buckaroos hit it across. Rebels dig, hit it back. Bucks set it up and hit again from high and outside. And Rich Smith had a beat on it, but Tingy thought she better play it if she could, and instead deflected it away to the floor. We're tied at 1. Service for, I believe this is Tristan Esplin. Again, a decent distance away from where I'm sitting. And it is Esplin with the service. She's been the first server in each rotation for Monticello. Rebels hit, get a good attack, but the Buckaroos dig. Hit, Rebels deflect, and deflected out of bounds. 2-1. Body language for the Rich Rebels right now, almost like they're defeated. Gonna find some energy and some better, more positive emotion, I think. Set high and outside, Trineri hits, blocked by the net. Buckaroos lead 3-1. In the first set, the Rebels did not trail. Tied at 0, of course. We were tied at 2. And then the Rebels pulled away and won 25-15. Since then, the Buckaroos have led almost completely. Rebels have had 1-0 leads in sets 3 and 4. Buckaroos set it up high and outside. Rich digs. Cornea. And the hit by Stacy. High and in the middle. Rebels dig, but they can't control. 4-1. Buckaroos lead. Monticello with the service. Leading 2-1. We're in set number 4. Panguitch awaits the winner. ICS awaits the loser. Stacy hits, blocked. Looked like it was blocked by the net from here, but Buckaroos must have gotten a hand on it. Buckaroos hit, the Rebels dig, but deflected out of bounds to the wrong net. The net that divides courts 1 and 2. And Monticello leads 5-1, jumping out to a big lead here in this 4th set. Rebels serve, receive, good pass, set it up, and Stacy hits to the back corner. Good dig from Black. Buckaroos pass and pass it over. Good pass from the Rebels. Again, Stacy, back corner, too long. Hitting error, and the Buckaroos lead 6-1 on the Stacy's repair scoreboard. Rich may take a timeout here. Nope, bring in a different player in Annie Peart. Looking for the kill. McKenna Stacy, the leader on this team in kills. A couple of hitting errors in this 4th set. Rebels. Allie Wallenstein pushes to the back corner, and it's deflected and drops in. A Bear Lake Realty kill. That 6-0 run by the Buckaroos has them on top, 6-2. Allie Wallenstein to serve for the Rich Rebels. Approaches, and the jump serve. Overpass, kept alive, bumped over with one hand. Into the middle, Hatch hits, she's blocked, and it's back on the Rebels side of the court, right on the out-of-bounds line. 7-2. Talk about in football, sometimes the ball bounces your way. That time the ball definitely bounced the Buckaroos' way as it was blocked, dropped back over the Rebels' heads and to the far sideline and just on the line. Shaylee Bradford serves. Rebels Good pass, set it up, hit and deflected, dug up. Buckaroos set high and outside. Lewis hits and she's stuffed. J.C. Cornea out there for the Rebels on the block, and Cornea will step back and serve for the Rich Rebels, trailing 7-3. Cornea to the back line, pass up front, set high and outside, touched across, not high and outside, low and outside. Rebels able to dig, but the Sydney Hatch touches it and it's stuffed. Big block in the middle. And I believe it was Megan Black with the block. 8-3, Buckaroos on top. A critical moment in this match. If they score a couple more, boy, it would be tough for the Rebels to come back. Service for Monticello's, I believe Ellie Nielsen just checked in. Serve received by the Rebels, not a good one. It's under the net. 9-3, J.C. Cornea tried to cover that ground and got one hand on it, but couldn't control it. Service ace for the Buckaroos. Another service ace for the Buckaroos as this one is received to the back wall of bleachers. 10-3, Buckaroos on top. Ellie Nielsen to serve again, the sophomore with the right hand. And the Rebels again shank it off to the side. 3 consecutive service aces for the Buckaroos. Rebels have got to find a pass. Allie Wallentine says as much to her team. Couple of claps and says, let's go, ladies. Wallentine delivers not a great pass, but the Rebels keep it alive, and Burton slaps it over. Buckaroos dig. Good pass, set high and outside, touched across. Wallentine up front to Cornea. Set in the middle. Staples hit, flat-footed, is stuffed right back to the floor, and the Buckaroos are running away with this 4th set. Coach Cindy Stewart and the Rebels take a timeout, and will take one as well. Set number 4, and Monticello leads 12-3 and 2-1 in the match. We'll be right back on live.ksl.com. You're tuned in to Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. More of set 4 coming up when we return.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Does not take the full time allotted in the timeout. Her girls were back out there on the court in a hurry. Must have just been a quick pep talk of, hey, this is it, girls. Do you want to play for the championship, or do you want to go down and play for 3rd and 4th? Make up your mind and get a good pass. Rebels set it up, hit, blocked, and Wallentine able to dig. Rich sets it up and passes it across again. Buckaroos, great pass, set, and a quick set. Rebels block it, but the Buckaroos keep it alive and slap it down. But a Buckaroo is into the net, and the Rebels get the point. 12-4. Rich needed that. Rich was up 1-0 to start this 4th set, but Monticello outscored Rich 12-3. Annie Peart serves from right to left if you're tuned in online at live.ksl.com. Buckaroos hit it, Rebels dig, set it up, and the pass into the net. Bucks can't keep it alive. 12-5. Rich cuts it to a 7-point deficit. Rich won the first, 25-15. Buckaroos took sets 2 and 3. 25-22 and 25-15. Buckaroos jumped out to a 12-3 lead in this 4th set. Annie Peart serves, the freshman delivers. Buckaroos set it up and hit it across. Rich digs. Cornea a high pass, and Tingy passes it over for Rich. Quick back set, not a good set, and the Buckaroos will not get it over in 3. That back set too far to the outside, and Monticello couldn't do anything with it. Annie Peart to serve again. Rich, a lot of service errors in the 2nd, 3rd, and here in the 4th set. They've been better. But trail, they've allowed a bunch of service aces. A hit, and Peart digs, but to the back wall of bleachers. 13-6. Buckaroos had 3 aces in a row from Ellie Nielsen. Buckaroos with the service, leading 13-6. Running jump serve for Malloy. Rebels get a decent pass. Cornea high and outside. Trineri punches it across. The block has been big for Monticello as Rich has not really swung away a whole lot in the third or fourth sets because the Monticello block has been right there in position. Rebels dig on a big hit by Monticello. Esplin sets high and outside. Hit to the back line, and J.C. Cornea digs it again toward the back bleachers. 14-6 Buckaroos lead. They're getting the attack has just been much more effective for them. Rebels block hasn't been quite as effective as the Buckaroos block has. That ball that serve skips off the net. Rebels able to dig it up, set it, and hit it too soft into the net. 15-6, Buckaroos leading. Rebels have got to get out of this rotation with Malloy serving. Buckaroos are on a run. Serve receive. Rebels just keep it in the air and pass it over. Pass up front. Esplin high and outside, and the hit too long. Hitting error keeps the Rebels at 15-7 and gives the side out. Kendall Staple to serve. The Rebels had 4 service errors in the third set. No service aces after 6 aces through the first 2 sets. Service, or the set, and the hit is into the net by Journey Baird. Rich within 7, 15-8. Set number 4, Buckaroos lead 2-1. Staple serves again. Esplin, a back set, and the Rebels stuff it. The Rebel block is there this time, and Amaya Trineri with the Epic Recreation block of the game. Our broadcast today is also brought to you in part by McKay Frankham Dental Services in Evanston, Wyoming. 789-8910. That's 307-789-8910. The first service ace by the Rebels since late in set number 2. A service ace brought to you by Crawford Trough in Randolph, the place to eat and drink. Timeout for the Buckaroos. We'll take a quick timeout as well and be right back with more of set number 4 on live.ksl.com. Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Rebels on a 4-0 run. Coach Esplin takes the timeout to try and gather his team's focus. They pull it together, get a nice attack. Rebels do a good high dig, set high and outside, and Trineri's hit stuffed and inbounds by the Monticello block. 16-10, Buckaroos lead in set number 4. Rebels took the first. Buckaroos won sets 2 and 3. Service by Black. Rebels, good pass, high and in the middle. Wallenstein touches it across. Esplin high and outside the set, and the hit dug by Rich. Cornea high and outside. Trineri hits cross court, dug by Shumway. Good pass up front, set and slapped to the back row. Staple passes high and outside for Amaya Trineri, who's hit cross court, is deflected by Baird to the floor. 16-11. Rich trails by 5. Needs to win this 4th set to force a 5th set and keep their hopes alive of getting back to the state championship match for a 3rd straight year. Taya Peterson serves, dump set, drops in. No, the Rebels with a pancake dig. Puckstone Sporting Goods dig of the game, but then the attack is stuffed. Monticello block today has been huge, and Shaylee Bradford's been a big part of that. 17-11. Buckaroos on top. Need 8 more points to get back to the state championship for the first time in a couple years. Rebels serve receive under the net, a service ace for Monticello's. Journey Baird, the senior, will serve again. Baird delivers. Rebels pass high. Cornea in the middle. Wallenstein's hit stuffed, and the Rebels nobody there to try and dig out the block. 19-11, and Baird will serve again. Pass up front, Cornea, back set, Wallenstein touches it into the middle. Esplin sets, Rebels block on the big hit. Cornea high and to Trineri. Her hit is blocked. Wallentine digs up over the net. Esplin a back set, nobody there, but they lunge out and punch it over with one hand. Cornea high and outside. Trineri hits hard this time, and it's deflected by the block down the line of the net and drops in front of the up official. 19-12. Rich down by 7, needing I would say probably a 4 or 5 point run here to keep this set alive. Mackenzie Smith into serve, and she serves long and out. Service errors have been an issue in sets 3 and 4 for the Rebels, and Monticello leads 20-12. Errors have been an issue all season long for the Rebels on the service. Pass up front after the Buckaroos serve. Rebels set it up, and Wallentine hits, deflected by the block. Esplin sets in the middle. Bradford hits back line. Smith with a good pass up front. Rebels hit by McKenna Stacy is stuffed by Bradford. And what the Buckaroos are doing right now is just amazing. Bradford really almost the lone blocker up there, and she is getting blocks and intimidating the Rebels enough that they're not getting good hits. Not hitting it hard most of the time. They do hit hard there. Buckaroos are there, and again another block. And Rich passes it out of bounds. Just a little collision between a couple of Rebels, and it's 22-12. Buckaroos can start to smell victory and a berth in the state championship to take on Panguitch. Service ace by Monticello, 23-12. Tristan Esplin, the senior, serves again. Smith, good pass. Cornea in the middle. Wallentine slaps to the back line. It's dug up out of bounds and over the Monticello bench, so Rich stays alive for the time being with a Bear Lake Realty kill from Allie Wallentine. But Rich needs 10 straight here. At least 7 or 8 straight here to keep themselves alive. Allie Wallentine serving. Second on the team in aces this season. Doesn't get one here, but a back set. Rebels block out of bounds. And Monticello with a set and match point in set number 4. Shaylee Bradford serving. Back line, good pass by Sage Tingy, high and outside. Stacy hits, back corner, Bradford digs. High and in the middle, the set. Rebels block and dig it. Cornea in the middle, Hatch hits back corner. Nice pass from Baird. Set up, and the Rebels dig, but can't keep it alive. And the Buckaroos are on to the state championship with a 25-13 win over the Rebels in the semifinals. Rich took the first set, but Buckaroos take sets 2, 3, and 4 and win this match 3-1. Buckaroos will face Panguitch for the championship tonight at 6:30. The Rebels will face ICS this afternoon for 3rd and 4th place. That's at 2 o'clock in an hour and a half from now. In the meantime, stay tuned. We've got a post-game show coming up brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. You're tuned in to state championship volleyball semifinal action from live.ksl.com. Rebel Volleyball is on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
At Jensen Wood Motor, it's our goal to make sure every customer is a repeat customer. The way we do that, our customers are our friends.
It's our job to help you find what you're looking for at the best possible price. It's always good to know that your salesman is working for you.
We understand that life happens. Sometimes credit isn't perfect. We work hard to find financing options that work best for you.
Stop by today and let's see what we can do for you. Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Post-game show brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Jimmy John's, where fresh and fast meat. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. And for Preston, my producer, back in the studio, I'll do a Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap now. We'll do one after the final match of the day, recap the entire weekend that we can use for Monday morning on the air. So, Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Rebels in the semifinals after beating Wayne in 3 on Friday and then coming from behind to beat Milford 3-2 on Friday as well. The Rebels back in the semifinals where they have been for a number of years every straight. And they would take on the Monticello Buckaroos, and Rich would start well. Jumped out to a 10-3 lead. Buckaroos climbed to within 2 at 13-11, but the Rebels had 3 aces in the first set, and Amaya Trineri killed things off at the end of the set 1. Rebels won 25-15. Second set, Buckaroos jumped out to a 4-0 lead and did not trail in that second set. The Rebels battled back. They went on a 10-2 run, tied it at 14, tied it again at 20 and 22. But Monticello scored the final 3 points and took set number 2, 25-22. Set 3, more of the same for the Buckaroos, but Rich did not make that run to get back into it. Closest they got was 13-10 midway through. The Buckaroos went on a 6-1 run and ran away with set number 3, 25-15. Then in set 4, the Buckaroos jumped out to a 6-1 lead after the Rebels had led 1-0. Buckaroos scored 6 straight and never looked back and really pounded the Rebels in that third set. 25-13 the final score in the fourth set. The Buckaroos win sets 2, 3, and 4 and take the match 3-1. Buckaroos had 14 aces in the match, and most of those came in sets, all of those came in sets 2, 3, and 4, the sets that they won. So the Buckaroos are on to the championship to face Penguins tonight at 6:30. The Rebels will get right back on the court at 2 o'clock for a third match of the season against the ICS Lions. Intermountain Christian and Rich, Region 22 foes coming up. We'll have the match live here on KADQ, mylocalradio.com, and live.ksl.com, so stay tuned. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. More of the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show continues. When we return, we'll have some postgame highlights and stats brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. When we return on live.ksl.com and mylocalradio.com with live audio at KADQ FM 98.3, The Wildlife.
Winston Churchill said, "No hour of life is wasted that is spent in the saddle." The same is true about education. No hour of life is wasted when learning. Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, understand the value of good education. Serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, Mound Valley Cattle Company is proud to support the students at Rich High School in academics and activities. Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 20 for quality and best practices and critical access. Offering a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. When it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Most of our limits we have in life come from the walls in our own mind. The Town Council and citizens of Lake Town, Utah celebrate all students and staff in the Rich School District. Learning and education will help make that wall in your mind shorter, so it is easier to jump over. We encourage every student to reach their full potential through hard work, continued education, and focus.
Back at Utah Valley University's UCCU Center, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Time for some post-game highlights and stats. Presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. It's Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. The Rebels took the first set and looked good. Boy, they were solid. They were passing well. They got 3 aces in the set. Got some good hits. The block wasn't quite there for Monticello. Didn't quite have things figured out. Didn't have those Rebel hitters figured out just yet. And Rich took the first set 25-15. But Monticello made an adjustment in the set between first and second sets. One was they started serving better. They served 4 aces in the second set after no aces in the first. And they had 10 more aces in sets 3 and 4 as well. Also, the block was there, and you could see the Rebels, after they got stuffed a couple of times, there was a tentativeness, and just weren't able to go up and swing away. They swung high a few times and got and hit long with hitting errors, and then when they'd swing away hard, the block was there. Shaylee Bradford, other blockers, of course, the Megan Black there in the middle. And I believe it was Journey Baird up front as well for Monticello. And they put on a block and they got consistently better. You look at sets 2, 3, and 4, 25-22 in set 2, 25-15 in set 3, and 25-13 in set 4. So Monticello moves on to face Penguich in the championship match tonight at 6:30. Rebels will take on ICS for a 3rd time this season. They are 0-2 against the Lions. Lost 3-1 at ICS, lost 3-1 at Rich against ICS, and Lions, the Region 22 champs. So it's a rematch of Region 22's top 2 teams for the 3rd and 4th place match, and that one is scheduled to start at 2 p.m. So an hour and a half from now. Now I want to mention as well, in other matches here at the state tournament for 5th and 7th place, Monument Valley takes on the winner between Valley and Milford. That match is in progress. And Tabiona has worked after losing on day 1 in the first match of the tournament. Again, Tabiona lost to, I think it was Valley, to Monument Valley. So Tabiona's worked its way back through, and they are playing for 6th and 8th place against Escalante. So go Tigers, and good luck to everybody else here at the tournament. Again, the championship is set, Penguich versus Monticello, and in the 3rd and 4th place match, it's Rich versus Intermountain Christian. Our coverage here on KADQ and mylocalradio.com will start at about 1:45 for that match of Rich versus ICS. In the meantime, we'll be done with this broadcast, this match, and that wraps up our look ahead, or that wraps up our post-game highlights and stats brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. Our post-game show has been brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. For our producers back in the studio, Jordan Bowie and Preston Bush, thanks for your time. I'm Ryan Steineckert. We'll get, again, Rebel Volleyball coming up again in about 1 hour from now here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
You've been tuned in to Rich High Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Plains Tire, Evanston Regional Hospital, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha, Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau, Rocky Mountain Yeti, mylocalradio.com, and by Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jake Hibbert, Bridger Valley Sports Director, Sean Bennett, and production assistants, Jordan Bowie and AJ Lamb. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com. Until the next time, the Rich High volleyball team takes the court.
Go, Rich!